Welcome to Destiny, a game with such horrible parents that the worst parent divorced his better half, causing us the death of our beloved hero, Kevin Yanes.
I'm in love with the new Void Warlock. Teleportation that's like super anime, just like...
If this nonsensically dysfunctional family sounds like your type of BS, then Destiny is the game for you. Follow me to the place where the family issue started. Except for this place. We don't talk about this place. The Dreaming City, a city so beautiful that the only people physically able to live there are the Dark Elves from the Elder Scrolls. Which makes absolutely no sense because the place itself was created by that bitch Carol Baskins. Speaking of Carol, she has decided to turn herself into a large, tentacle hentai-filled, fire-breathing lizard. For some reason. And we need to kill her because she's turning the city into pure black tar heroin concentrate, but we'll get to that. On this adventure, you play as John Destiny, a character stricken with amnesia that has been granted to him by the Overlord Beachball. Yeah, but why exactly would he do that to John Destiny? Well, unknown formless voice, the simple answer is that in return, Overlord Beachball has now allowed you to become aforementioned Dark Elf Wizard from the Elder Scrolls, a cape-wearing bastard that is far too into bondage, and the world's largest crayon, with a hammer. With such insane, superhuman strength, I now encourage you to slam a sword into the ground to disappoint your teammates, pole dance with enough force to summon Thor, and turn yourself into a ICBM missile to annihilate one singular child. This is the last wish, where our only wish is to turn our beloved computer waifu with multiple personalities disorder into a real, big-titted anime girl. If this does not happen by the time Witch Queen drops, then the simple answer is because our beloved hero Kevin is the only one that would have advocated for us. You've probably figured it out by now, but I'm about 25% gay for Kevin, so I'll leave him out of the rest of this video. Possibly. In this event, known as a raid, 6 John Destinies must venture into Sauron's Eye in order to learn how to train your... never mind. How to kill your dragon. So, how do we kill the Mother Teresa of cats?
I think it would be fair to say that Carol is the Mother Teresa of cats.
Well, let me explain. Before you begin this incredible video game addiction, forcing you down a path of over 2,803 clears and over 5,600 real-life wasted hours doing the same activity over and over again, forcing prominent porn meme man Johnny Sins to make fun of you, you must first find 5 other John Destinies to join you. Such wonderful tributes will be within 4 possible categories. The absolute bumbling baboon with only one heavy weapon that has no clue how to play the game. The toxic asshole, but it's okay, this guy is usually only on Xbox, and he will require you to have over 100 plus clears 3 days after a new raid comes out. The severely depressed teacher that works for no money, as they attempt to teach you how to do every puzzle in the raid for approximately 8 hours. And last but not least, the Sigma male, whose only goal is to be severely underleveled, but still does 1,000 times better than you ever will. In this case, my fire team consisted of Josh, and unfortunately not actually Doom Guy. They had no clue what to do, but surprisingly learned well, and didn't so much as bat an eye when I ruthlessly pranked them at every turn. Also, in the fold, is Not So Strange Stranger, known as Friends Number 1 and 2, who constantly harass us and force us to wait extended periods of time before we can do anything. Then you have Faithful Friend, who never says a goddamn word, ever, yet constantly shits on the whole team as they rip and tear through every enemy like it is fucking Doom Eternal. And last but not least, me, the severely depressed teacher who loses brain cells like it's a minimum wage job at about 15 cells per hour, and my only payment is Josh and not Doom Guy thanking me and smiling before saying goodnight and promptly killing themselves in-game before leaving.
At least the dopamine is free.
Now that you have put your team together, you must type test into the chat because the Bungo gods broke the universe and are just okay with it for some reason. If you type test and it doesn't do anything, you must delete yourself from the universe and then come back through some paracausal means. You can now go to the Dreaming City and enter Sauron's Eye. Once inside, visit the wish wall, forcing you to waste 30 minutes before actually doing anything, because I know you need loot. Shoot this plate, create a bird, make what looks like nothing, and have that nothing shit out a key into your inventory. Great, now we can begin. But there's just one catch. Go back to the wish wall and summon our computer waifu, or else.
Warning.
Now that our beautiful maiden is inside of you, yes, inside of you,
I have a body.
like that anime Gleipnir. I don't even know if I said that right, but whatever you do, do not watch that shit.
で今秀一くんの中に女がいる
We can now truly begin. 6, maybe 7 days after Mr. Edgelord told Mr. Funnyman that Mr. Has a Voice died to Ligma.
How's your sister?
Ligma balls. Carol contracted the black tar concentrate, causing her to want to seduce others regardless of their gender or species. This causes her to seduce the triplet sisters known as Sadia, Callie, and Shuro-Chi, also granting them the black tar heroin. We already detoxed Sadia, and you don't need to worry about her, but now we must detox the other two. You already have your waifu inside of you, so don't even think about the triplets. They're all like over 9,000 years old anyways. So, to detox Callie, we must remember our 4 friendly snakes, Billy, Bob, Bojack, and Buster. In this case, Bojack is kind of gross, so we want to ignore him this time. But just be aware, he isn't always the stinky one. Now, step into the homes guarded by Billy, Bob, and Buster. Just be careful, because Callie is going to put 2 farts inside of their homes that have such tremendous explosive force that they will cause you to die. Now that their homes have been sterilized, go smack the heroin-snorting witch until she blatantly tells you no, at which point you clusterfuck your way into a door before she kills you, but fail miserably, as I assume this is your first time raiding. That's okay, man. Now for the 3 beings that survived, exit the doors, smack a few children, and revive your teammates before continuing with the heinous murder of an elder. But wait, the universe is broken, remember? Now that it can clearly say that she is detoxified, wait for her confused ass to teleport a few times before finally realizing that she must now fall over and die. Just remember that you can completely ignore the cutscene of her dying, and you can just move forward, because the only thing you should care about is loot. Speaking of loot, before you move on to detoxifying Shuro-Chi, I must mention that there's a chest on your way there. Fall off this cliff, miss the jump, try again, and grab some random trash that you found on the sidewalk. Now, step through this portal and be on your merry way. Now Prepare is the only witch in the universe that forces you to look at demonic bird televisions as a punishment attempts to kill you. But before we get to said televisions, you must first commit galactic genocide, followed up with a shotgun, and another shotgun. Now, kill this bastard along with yourself to show off your incredible power. Wow, that is so much damage. Now, forget everything I just said and put on a sword. I don't know why the community still does this. Except for this boy. As to be honest, they all suck now. But okay, spam your left mouse like you're back in 2012 playing Cookie Clicker, I guess. Now, rush in after Shuro and again commit genocide, but this time with a sword strapped to your back for added style. This next comment I'm about to make is not me trolling, it is 100% legitimate. You are now required to pick up what the community refers to as the battle nuts, and shoot their pure cum beam at one another in the shape of a triangle. This is the one and only way to drop the shield this witch possesses. At which point, you can now bash this old woman's skull in with your sword until, just like her sister, she says no. Now, repeat the process 5 more times and you should be okay. But you're probably asking, didn't you say something about demon bird televisions? Why yes I did, and before you can do the smacky numbers 3 through 6, you must face the Philadelphia Eagles screens. But how does it work? Look at screen number 1. Swoop is stuck inside. Now, fill in his missing body parts by stepping on plates. Repeat 2 times, but please, I beg that you get yourself killed in the process. Now that that's done, and you've saved Swoop from his demonic possession, head upstairs, except there are no stairs, so jump like an idiot because you haven't done enough parkour in this game yet. Now that you've reached the top, kill the Minnesota Vikings before they throw you off the edge and you become forced to participate in jumping once again. Okay, continue through the incredible powerful bonks numbers 3 through 6 until you're finally able to detox the old wench and move on. If you're new to this raid, I must please ask you to skip to this time, for I have an important message for non-new players. If you do not skip, I will sacrifice you in order to keep the minion fandom alive. Alright, now that they're gone, I must share with you this divine wisdom. Whoever you are teaching this raid to, force them to walk down this entire staircase for absolutely no reason. Convince them even. Tell them that they are about to get an emblem that they're definitely going to use because it looks cool. Now that you've completely wasted a minute of their time, laugh at them and make fun of them because they have been fooled. Great, now I promise you that there's no other BS on your way to Morgoth, so we can begin the encounter. Well, actually, when I say encounter, I mean more like bully the crap out of an adult that never grew up properly, as his health bar can literally be made fun of by any weapon in the game. So, how do we fight this oversized pus-filled Shrek wannabe? Well, we don't. Instead, he summons a bunch of minions that have been infected by the Black Tar heroin to fight for him until we eventually cause him to fall over and cry like my child when my child can't have Oreos. Speaking of Oreos, you're probably wondering, why does Morgoth have so much acne? Well, super simple answer. He's been eating nothing but the cream centers of Oreos, and because of that fact, he has fallen asleep from a sugar high in the middle of his bedroom. As you can also see, he seems to have left one of his many Oreo cream puffs in the middle of his room, which is kind of disgusting and gross, but that thing looks pretty tasty, so you know what, let's steal it. I guess that wasn't such a bright idea, as now he is throwing a temper tantrum and is very angry that we have stolen his food. So fuck it, let's steal the rest of his cream puffs and make him even more upset. Although, I guess based on the size, we should have known that eating too many of these things would give us a tummy ache. So now, 2 John Destinies must become Saint Raphael the Archangel and heal us of our sugar overdose. We can now finally tell Morgie that he can no longer eat his cookies. This angers the giant man baby into another temper tantrum, where he will attempt to step on you and violently cry at you. But remember that he is a child, and because of the fact that he is a child, this will do nothing but tickle you. Effortlessly cleave through him like you're the goddamn Goblin Slayer, and now you can forget that he was even so much as a contrivance to your plans. Before we begin this next segment, I must warn you that there is an animation that will make your eyes bleed more than the guy that was forced to animate the cock and balls of the dog from The Incredible Hulk. This line has been the bane of my existence for 2 years now, and I cry every time I see it. And don't try to justify it being there because there's some lore about it. Just be quiet. Let me begin by saying that Vault isn't hard, it just sounds hard if you've never taken a class on the fundamentals of quantum mechanics, and even harder if you never took a high school intro to astronomy class. So, if that makes sense to your fresh out of the womb brain, then let me explain to you in baby terms how to unlock this stupid door that the Dark Elves forgot to make a simple key for. First of all, have 3 John Destiny step onto the cursed broken line plate and stare at yet again another TV. The Facebook branded TVs will now show you the truest way of life by first showing you some random bullcrap. Such examples of fresh off the street garbage will consist of very specific things, such as Billy, Bob, Bojack, and Buster, once again. This male pole dancing dragon, other flamey cunt. Yo, which one is Boring Bird? There's no Boring Bird on the call-out sheet. And funny number fishy, but I'll let you do the math on that one. If all three John Destinies have screamed at each other for the past minute about what their middle symbol is, then they should know whether they are a liberal or a conservative. So, to cement your holy belief in the political ethos, you must now enter your assigned terrarium and kill Captain Jack Sparrow. Killing Captain Jack Sparrow will cause him to poop out his own soul. With Captain Jack Sparrow's soul in your hand, you can now tell whether he was a Republican or a Democrat. With this knowledge, take him away to one of the other sides of the terrarium, and then leave. Once you are out, you can then take him to his home. With all three Captain Jack Sparrows safely home, you can now repeat the process and do it again. So, skip forward in time, and just like every college student on the face of the planet, change your political views simply because this Facebook test of a TV gave you a different answer on the Am I a Democrat or Republican test. Cool, continue with your completely unnecessary and 100% unneeded political debate until the magic elf door becomes so bored of your BS that it decides to open itself after playing this absolute banger of a song. This is it. You have done it. You earned your PhD and got a job at a rehab center, became a personal trainer, finished law school, and became an elven politician. Now it is finally time to put all three skills to use, as you must now debate with Riven in an attempt to have her lose a dramatic amount of weight and eventually be detoxed of her heroin addiction. First, step on the plates and witness the lady herself as she swaddles a crystal like it's her own child. Now that you've hit ground level, split into two teams because Bungo didn't bother to think through the level design of this encounter. Now it is you who has become the bot, because your ass will get handed to you by the insanely, not bullshit, not toxic, not uncontrollable amount of ads in this encounter. Okay, so you've already wasted 4 revive tokens, right? Great! Is Riven also on your side? Cool! Tell her bitch ass to shut up, because she's being too loud. How do you do that, you might ask? Well, if she summons the Thume of the Dragons from Skyrim, shove 30 tons of lead into her mouth until she runs away and cries. And if she's embracing her hentai side, then all you must do is tickle her until she gets annoyed and again runs away. Now that she's run away, Team 2, I'm assuming you're probably very confused, because Riven is definitely screaming at you now. Well, let me tell you, you're gonna die. So, try it again, but this time, Team 1, tell your good old buddy chum, friend chummy chums, the eyes that Riven left open after you hit her. Just know that they're only open because she's got 10 eyes, man. It's hard to control them all, okay? Great, now, Team 2, try again, but this time shoot her in the mouth until she stops violently screaming at you, and then poke the 2 eyes of hers that she was showing on the other side with your pointer finger. Oh no, looks like Team 1 forgot to tell you eyes again because no one was paying attention. Well, guess just try again? Eyes? Hey guys, what are the eyes? Anyone see eyes? Eyes? Please? Okay, fuck this. Please, Bungo, tell me there's a different way to do this. This just isn't okay. I can't put up with this anymore. Why, yes there is. What you must do is give up on your 26 years of schooling that brought you to this moment, and instead turn your attention to becoming a certified nail technician. Head back downstairs with yet again another sword strapped to your back and completely ignore everything you just tried to do. Go to the crystal meth room, and if you must, use the magic mirror from Terraria to teleport back upstairs. One way or the other, wait for Riven to show up and start screaming at you. Now that she is, give her the only pedicure that lasts forever, the one where you cut off her hand permanently. And just like before, fail. And then fail again. And then fail again. And then fail again. With her hand gone and your pride in finishing college completely wasted, go and steal Riven's one and only Oreo cream puff. Doing this will cause her to cry, just like the way that Morgoth cried. But you must not show any mercy as you fell her gigantic lizard ass. Unfortunately, it's not truly over because the only way to kill Riven is to jump inside of her Yes, I said inside of her, with failsafe inside of you, and Ghost inside of you, and Riven's heart in her stomach, and it just makes no sense, but I don't know. Go squash her heart, just like it's rock, paper, scissors, and only then will Riven be contained. Wow, you've done it. You pushed through and killed that bitch, Carol Baskins. You must be pretty proud of yourself. Well, I'm proud of you for doing it. Thanks for joining me on this legendary adventure into the Dreaming City. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Open a chest. Any chest, my friend. That's right. No more memes. Because we're done. That's the end. Just open the chest. To be honest, there's only one thing you want out of the chest, and, well, the only thing you'll ever be doing with it is, well, killing yourself! I'd like to give a special thanks to Maxor for inspiring this video. His channel has truly lit up my mood over the past couple of weeks. I'd also like to thank all of my friends that helped me with the recording of this video, especially Crimson. Thank you, I appreciate all the help. I'd also like to thank anyone from my Discord server, D2 Sanctuary, that also helped me with the recording of this video. Links to my Twitch, Instagram, and D2S will be found in the description of this video, alongside a link to Maxor's channel. I appreciate everybody that helped me along, and I hope you enjoyed the video.